What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to build a quick and simple workbench slash outfeed table utility bench that I need for this tiny ass shop that I'm working with these days. So started doing a few more projects again. Working off the concrete floor sucks. So I want to put together a nice little utility bench today that I can use for a lot of different things, and hopefully that'll help encourage some of my current projects progress along. So follow along, take any ideas you want. Cheap, basic, easy crap using plywood and melamine. So doesn't get much more simple than that. Hope you enjoy. First things first, I got some of this plywood already ripped down. So all 3/4 inch plywood sanded, and I have my legs. So I did 6-inch pieces and some 5 1/4 inch ribs that I'm gonna put together, like so, for the 4-corner legs. So get those cut really quick, the length I want. Alright, so I got them all chopped down here to 34 inches. And now I'm just going to glue 5 1/4 piece to a 6-inch piece. That way I have a 6x6 square. So we're going to glue it. Now I'm just going to screw them all together really quick. I'm just going to mark them out so it's nice and pretty, as the screws will be exposed. I'm just going to put like 4 screws in each leg, if it sounds good to me. So. I'm taking a piece of 3/16 steel. It's going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to cut a hole in the middle and tap it for a 3/4 inch bolt that I can use to adjust and level and or the height of the table overall. And I'm just using a grinder with a metal cutoff wheel. Okay, I got them all cut, and I marked a center where I want my hole to be, and I have I think a 21/64 bit on the drill press. I'm going to go ahead and drill those all through, and then I'll tap them out to a 3/4 10 bolt. Beautiful. And I used a little cutting fluid on there, especially because of the width of the hole, but it cut pretty effortlessly. I'll go ahead and do up the rest, and then we'll tap them. Okay, they're all drilled through. I'm just going to clamp this bad boy to my table saw, because that's the only workbench I have right now, i.e. why I'm building a workbench. So clamp it. I have a 3/4 10 tap in my tap wrench, and just get it centered in there and start twisting away. Holes all tapped, and I just made a bunch of marks on my steel. I'm going to drill those through for some screws that I can put into the legs, and then I'll countersink them really quick, and then we'll install them. There you have it. There's one finished plate. So in case you weren't following exactly what the point of all this is the bottom of the leg or the table. Then you thread this bolts into there, and I'll put an additional nut on there to lock it in once I get my height so it doesn't move on me. And just like that, I'm going to rip down those sides really quick, and we'll assemble them to the legs, and we'll go from there. Put your safety glasses on the right way, of course. It's kind of important. I ripped those down to 21 1/4, and I need to cut a little bit off of this to 46 5/8, and that's because it's going to fit in between the legs, and I want my overall tabletop to be 4 feet wide. So I'm ripping off 1 3/8 because plywood isn't actually 3/4, it's a 1/16 less. So that way it'll fit right in between. Once you add the width of the legs, it will come out to 4 feet. I'm just going to do it with my little skill saw here because my table saw is not wide enough to cut that width. It would be nice to have a track saw, but alas, I haven't bit the bullet there and brought one as of yet. Get these nice and flush. Rub out that squeeze out. I should have 4 feet on the money. Perfect. Now that these are assembled, I'm going to go ahead and put the rails on. So I did my square, made a square mark on this piece, same on this one. And I cut the rails. They're 4 inches wide, plywood, and it comes the same length as the middle shelf, which is a 69 1/4. I'm going to use my brad nailer just to hold it in place. Then I'll put screws in. Obviously glue every time. Boom. Now it looks like a miniature bed, for the time being at least. Okay, now I'm just going to put some internal bracing on this to hold the piece of plywood. So I've cut a few pieces, I'll wedge in between, and a center brace. And just going to glue it up. Mark my center. Put some glue on it. compressor stopped running so you can make YouTube videos. Take some 2-inch screws. One center rail in on this one because it's just a bottom shelf. The 3/4 plywood on top. It should be plenty strong. So. Alright, now I'm going to put in the top rails. So the same length as the bottom ones were. Now, for my top, I'm going to put 2 rails to make it a little bit more stable. And then we're going to put a sheet of plywood and a sheet of melamine on top of that. So an 1.5 thick countertop plus a frame should make it very strong. So just going to even them out between it. Final thing is a sheet of melamine. And melamine chips, cut it, so I'm going to go ahead and put some painter's tape over my cuts to help alleviate the chipping. Now we just need to put the bolts in. So what we have here is a 3/4 4-inch bolt with a nut on it. And you're just going to take it, thread them all in, like so. And then you can just take a wrench and adjust up or down. Adjust it tight, give it a little turn, and it's locked in place. Well, there you go. That is the basic version of how you, or how I built this workbench. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm going to do another video showing how I'm going to accessorize and detail this bad boy. I'm going to put some vices on it and trim it out, put some grooves, some shelves, some other stuff like that. So post another video doing that part, but hope you enjoyed it and hope you have a good day.